So we got Google is going to reinstate banned YouTube accounts censored for political speech. I knew they were fucking doing that. It's obvious, like, these companies were trying to fucking do shady shit, right? Google vowed on Tuesday to offer YouTube accounts that were permanently banned for political speech the ability to be reinstated, and the big tech giant admitted that it once faced pressure from the Biden administration to remove content about COVID-19. And you know what? Just because we all know exactly at least one person. Everybody knows this person. Everybody loves this person. Where is it? Where is it? Oh shit.
Things pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be
What more do you need to know about these people?
be natural, and this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order.
Transcend the New World Order. We gotta stop the globalists. Yes, even Alex Jones, they have to bring him back on. Alright, because they removed him too. Anyway, Google detailed its remarkable shift in a document first obtained by Fox News Digital that a lawyer for the company provided to the House Judiciary Committee. The new policy from Google, also known by its parent company Alphabet, could affect both average users and well-known figures like FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino, White House counterterrorism chief Sebastian Gorka, and War Room podcast host Steve Bannon, all of whom were permanently banned in recent years for COVID-19 or election-related content. Yeah, I even got tagged for making fun of Biden with his stealing 2020 election, and they were just like, "Oh, you're trying to put out false information on election fraud or whatever the fuck." Like, dude, it was a fucking joke, you fucking cunt. Anyways, reflecting the company's commitment to free expression to YouTube will provide an opportunity for all creators to rejoin the platform if the company terminated their channels for... Well, I mean, it actually isn't a joke now. Now that fucking Biden was a cancer patient and that you all voted for a fucking cancer patient purposefully, fuck you, YouTube and Google. You can eat a dick. Anyways, their channels were repeated violations of COVID-19 and elections integrity policies that are no longer in effect, the lawyer representing Google wrote. Bongino ended his conservative radio show, which live streamed on Rumble when he joined the administration this year. He has attributed his popularity on that platform to permanently losing his YouTube account. In 2022. As you can see, I'm tired. YouTube permanently banned Bongino, who had one of the most followed accounts on the platform, for spreading what is said was COVID-19 misinformation about masks. Well, I mean, you guys try to put up a misinformation board headed up by the CIA. So, I mean, at this point, you guys were being shady. The document from Google also noted that YouTube values conservative voices on its platform and acknowledged that the creators have extensive reach and play an important role in civic discourse. Everyone has a civic... Anyone who's able to put out a video and able to not be a piece of shit about civic discourse is okay. But you obviously have some shit stirrers, so each their own anyways. The document included a section about the Biden admin and said White House officials at the time pushed Google behind the scenes to remove perceived misinformation related to COVID-19. The lawyer for Google also noted that the big tech platform censored content independently of the Biden admin based on its internal policies, but that the company has rolled back those policies. Like, fucking better, fucking pieces of shit. Senior Biden administration officials, including White House officials, conducted repeated and sustained outreach to Alphabet and pressed the company regarding certain user-generated content related to the COVID-19 pandemic that did not violate its policies. The lawyer wrote, "The administration created a political atmosphere that sought to influence the action of platforms based on their concerns regarding misinformation." The lawyer added, "Reached for comment. A Google spokesperson told News Digital it did not have anything more to add besides what was in the document." Google's revelations came in response to a years-long Republican-led investigation by the committee into big tech companies, including Google, that censored and suppressed content on their platforms related to COVID-19. The 2020 election and Hunter Biden, YouTube's posture follows Meta similarly shifting last year toward denouncing the Biden admin's pressure tactics, which were well documented in emails provided to the committee. Meta revealed, oh yeah, that too. Yeah, they did it to Meta, Google, YouTube, right? Even Twitter, before Elon Musk had any hand in it, right? So yeah, they were doing it to basically even Facebook, right? All the platform, right? Meta, Facebook. Anyways, YouTube has not used outside fact checkers, and vowed that it will not empower fact checkers to take action on or label content on the platform. Yeah, I'm sorry, but a lot of these companies like to provide outside services, and then they have some weird say about some community notes or something to do with Twitter the banning system or moderation system, and some of those people are fucking right. They're not part of the American country, right there. So it's like, I don't trust these people to do their job correctly. So yeah. Anyways, parallel to the congressional investigators was a lawsuit brought by 2 Republican attorneys general over social media censorship. Discovery in that case largely mirrored what the committee uncovered. The Supreme Court ultimately did not decide on the merits of the case, Murthy versus Missouri, and instead found that the plaintiffs lacked standing to bring it. But the lower courts had largely sided with the plaintiffs, including a judge who found the federal government seemed to have assumed a role similar to an Orwellian Ministry of Truth. The High Court's decision disappointed Republicans who had hoped for a landmark ruling that social media companies' censorship practices violate the First Amendment. The case also explored jawboning, which involves the government measuring private companies to censor their speech. And you can say Jimmy Kimmel was a part of this, right? The term jawboning has resurfaced in the wake of Charlie Kirk's death after ABC suggest on his show that the suspect Tyler Robinson was a member of MAGA gang. Authorities have said Robinson felt Kirk for hey, and that he engraved his bullet casings with gamer-inspired anti-fascist messaging, as usual, as one does. Kimmel also repeatedly expressed sympathies for Kirk's family and condemned the shooting. Still, ABC and owners of its affiliate stations suspended Kimmel's show. ABC lifted its suspension beginning Tuesday. But one of the affiliates owners, Sinclair Broadcasting Group, said it will continue to replace Kimmel with other programming. Concerns with job owning arose because Federal Communications Commission Chairman, FCC, Brendan Carr, made a veiled threat about Kimmel's remarks ahead of ABC pulling him off the air. The FCC has regulatory authority over broadcasting networks, including ABC, but still must abide by the First Amendment. Frankly, when you see stuff like this, I mean, we can do this the easy way or the hard way, Carr told conservative broadcaster Benny Johnson. These companies will find ways to change conduct, to take action, frankly, on Kimmel, or there's going to be additional work for the FCC ahead. I mean, yeah, I understand what they're trying to say. You don't want people to overstep their bounds and stuff. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's a touchy subject, yeah. In addition to the censorship concessions, Google also criticized the European Union's Digital Service Act and Digital Markets Act that hold the House Judiciary Committee. It will remain vigilant in the face of legal obligations from other countries. The EU laws have drawn bipartisan scrutiny in Congress over concerns the foreign laws will force big tech companies to follow more expansive regulations. I mean, you already have, right, people trying to, right, censor video games in a sense. You had the Troons come out and do some dumb stuff, right? Oh, man, you got people doing all sorts of dumb stuff. Google agreed on Tuesday that the EU laws place a disproportionate regulatory burden on American companies. Also, you had what's his name? Fuck. The guy from Epic came in and be like, oh yeah, you can't do this. But it's just like, fuck you, dude. Your platform incorporates censorship, right? Especially in video games where there's multiplayer. All video games have censorship, so you should, I suggest you shut the fuck up. Anyways, there you have it. On that, and then we have, right, Judiciary House Gov. Google admits censorship under Biden. Promises to end bans of YouTube accounts of thousands of Americans censored for political speech. September 23rd, 2025. Press release. Washington, D.C. today, thanks to the oversight of Chairman Jim Jordan, Republican of Ohio. Google commits to offer all creators previously kicked off YouTube due to political speech violations on topics such as COVID-19 and elections on opportunity to return to the platform. Google also admitted the following to the House Judiciary Committee. The Biden admin pressured Google to censor Americans and remove content that did not violate YouTube's policies. The Biden admin censorship pressure was unacceptable and wrong. Public debate should never come at the expense of relaying authorities. The company will never use third-party fact-checkers. Europe's censorship laws target American companies and threaten American speech, correct. Even UK, right, Starmer was trying to do some shady shit, right? Including the removal of lawful content. I think even Germany was trying to put pressure on America to do something too because of the content we see, right? These major admissions come from Chairman Jordan's subpoena to Google and a years-long investigation into the company. Read the full letter from Google here. Oh shit. Yeah, there's the full letter. Yeah, if you want to check it out. There it is. Right here if you... I have it in the... So you can check it out. Oh, yeah. And then here it is. Google has officially announced that YouTube will reinstate announced previously ban for violating old content policies regarding COVID-19. Yes. claims surrounding presidential election. This decision came to light after Alphabet sent a detailed letter to House Judiciary Committee and follows growing political scrutiny regarding the platform's moderation approaches over recent years. Policy shift and scope. YouTube's reversal specifically targets channels and creators whose accounts were terminated for repeated violations of now retired policies about pandemic-related election misinformation. The shift was prompted by pressure and inquiries from political leaders, especially in the context of allegations that the previous admin influenced or pressured platforms to remove certain content. Prominent conservative voices such as Dan Bongino, Steve Bannon, are among those eligible for reinstatement, same as Alex Jones. Though the new policy extends to any accounts banned under the effective rules regardless of ideology. So there you go. So basically, they are reinstating free speech in a sense, kind of, a little bit. You still have to follow guidelines of can't say certain profanity words, obviously, or else they're gonna demonetize you and shit like that, right? So I mean, obviously, there's still some limitations on everything, right? Process for reinstatement. Banned creators will be allowed to apply for reinstatement of their accounts were terminated solely due to now repealed COVID-19 and election integrity guidelines. YouTube is establishing a formal process for those affected to seek restoration through step-by-step details or pending further updates. The policy applies only to accounts ousted for recent no longer considered a violation. Channels taken down for reasons like hate speech, harassment, or other severe offenses will not be eligible. This move is part of a broader trend among tech companies to relax certain moderation strategies enacted during the pandemic and heated election periods. Alphabet confirmed its commitment to free expression, its official commitment to Congress, communication to Congress. Yeah, only because Congress fucking put pressure on you. Asserting that past removal requests from government sources were unacceptable and wrong, and highlighted the platform's role in facilitating civic discourse. Advertisers and brands are assessing the impact as the return of previously banned channels will increase inventory, but could pose new challenges related to brand safety. Honestly, some of these companies that put so much faith in brand safety, they need to stop, right? Because you're always gonna have some fucking bad apples sometimes when when you give some of these people contracts, right? Later down the line, they might get corrupted for some reason. Don't know. Thing could happen. And content alignment. Recent enforcement unrelated to the change. It's important to note that Google continues to remove accounts linked to Russia or China. Those backed by state actors like Russia and China. These removals are unrelated to the current reinstatement policy and remain in effect. Russia and China because there might be some people trying to put Russian propaganda or Chinese propaganda, or try to put fucked up links and stuff like bullshit they're trying to push. Anyways, who was eligible? Creators banned for COVID-19 election misinformation on former policies. And then you have not. How to apply formal process to be introduced. Letter sent to House Judiciary explaining rationale. Main driver: political scrutiny over free speech. Government influence allegations. Broader context aligns with wider tech industry facts. Accounts banned for hate speech, harassment, etc. Still excluded. So there, right. Those, right, they're under, right. under YouTube's guidelines or Google's guidelines, they're still obvious. Right? Like doxing, hate speech. Even though hate speech. Hate speech is kind of free speech. Neither here nor there. Right? Hate speech would entail me saying, fuck you, Google, you can go eat a dick. Go fucking crawl in a hole and die, right? Anyways, this change marks a significant shift in YouTube's moderation and reinstatement policy, indicating a move toward broader content tolerance and a new balance between platforms, policies, and external political pressure. And we know they were doing that purposefully during the Biden admin. Alright, there you have it. That is all the Googles. I will leave the links in the description if you want to check them out. There you have it.